You know what a really good sign that you've lost complete control of your life is? It's when you start staying up at 3 a.m. watching random spider fights on YouTube. Yeah, God. What am I even doing with my life? I was thinking though, if I don't ever make the NBA again, maybe I'll do something like, I don't know, maybe be a YouTube commentator. How about that? Yeah, I can see that. NBA 2K17 next October. I'm already a graphic designer. I could pull off some dope videos, I think. I'll call myself Dom2K, shorten up Dominique a little bit. And maybe, even write my own NBA story. I think that's pretty dope. Damn, that's original actually. Nobody really does that. I can see it now. I call it the Three Kings of New York. Nah, who the hell am I kidding? The type of work that would take, it'd probably never get the recognition it deserves. Maybe I'll just play my career like everybody else. And absolutely nothing will fuck your night up like getting a text from your boss at 3 a.m. This can't be good. What does he want? Yep. The perks of being an insomniac is getting business calls at 3 a.m. Random business calls at that. Oh, damn. Whoops. That was him calling? My bad.
Hello?
So am I getting fired?
What? No, we don't typically fire ex-NBA players. You were only there for a second, but still.
Oh, I mean, it's 3 a.m. and all, and I just know nothing good can come out of a phone call from your boss at 3 a.m.
Well, that is true. Especially not if you were hoping New York was going to repeat this year.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, we just got news that the Clippers are in very, very serious talk with Willis Reed about a possible deal to sign him. On top of covering the Celtics game today, we're going to need you to whip up a little segment on Reed. We're told it's going to happen a lot sooner than later.
Wait. Did you just say Willis Reed as in like New York's Willis Reed?
Yes, I did.
But the Clippers are already first in the West right now with Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, and Elgin Baylor. Why would you add Willis Reed to that mix and mess the chemistry up? And the better question is, why would he go to the Clippers instead of New York?
Careful, Neek. The fan is coming out of you.
No, I'm just saying, we have enough, but he's the New York Knick. Like, why would you come back and play for the Clippers of all people? I was told he was never coming back.
Well, that's a question you can ask him if you can get an interview with him. For now, just get as well versed on him as he can and get ready to report on it.
Alright, will do. These greedy MFs. Jerry West, Baylor, Wilt. The real question is, what does Willis Reed want with these guys? Isn't this the team he had to go through in 1970 for a ring? I mean, maybe they're friends. That doesn't mean they hate each other, but wow, I just assume he'd have a little bit more pride than that than it turns back on New York. I better study this one a little bit.
The crowd is very quiet as they wonder whether Willis will be in the lineup.
I think we see Willis coming out.
Here comes Willis, and the crowd is going wild.
The Lakers turned around, and including Wilt, turned around and saw this, and they lost the game right there.
Welcome to the Basketball Network, folks. It's November 20th, and boy, did we get a thriller last night. Shortly after the Knicks were shown up by the young buck Andrew Wiggins and his Timberwolves squad, we got to see their conference rival, the Celtics, in action. The Celtics were an outstanding 9-0 coming into this matchup, looking to go 10-0. Yes, you heard that right, 10-0. Now, the NBA record for the best start is shared by the Washington Capitals and the Houston Rockets, both of which started 15-0. Meanwhile, in the 1957-1958 season, the Celtics started 14-0, the franchise's best start ever. It's no secret that with the state of the league, breaking that record would be the milestone for the Celtics, who are still mentally recovering from that tough Game 6 loss to the Knicks last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. If they wanted to keep that streak going, they'd have to go through the new-look Sixers, who they outlasted in a grueling 7-game series in the first round of the playoffs last season. Of course, after going up 3-0, the Celtics nearly became the first team to blow a 3-0 lead and be beaten by the opponent, but they were able to hang on with a big performance from Pierce. But everyone remembers how hard him and Dr. J went at it. It was classic. Julius Erving is the only remaining starter from that roster last year and claims that he remembers the series like it was yesterday. He mentioned that he thoroughly enjoyed his matchup against one of the greatest small forwards ever in Paul Pierce, but he also said that he'll never forget the bitter taste of defeat after coming back 3-0 so close to upsetting the Boston Celtics. So with the Celtics fighting desperately this year to get another title shot, would Dr. J's hunger to get back at them be enough to lead them to their first loss of the season? Well, we had multiple crews covering the game last night because the Celtics are a success story growing fast. Check out the epic calls we captured from yet another magical performance from the Truth.
Potential. Now it's going to come down. There's another block. You know what he does? He doesn't block them away. He blocks them down.
Tough one. Got it. And the Truth has arrived. His first field goal. This is his athletic.
Get to be in that Hall of Fame.
They did not retire that number.
Not yet.
Look at that. Look at that.
And people say he's not athletic.
From Pierce and the entire team shooting the three in that last series. Pierce meets the contact, goes right through it, and Paul Pierce.
Here we go, and this is Avery Bradley to Kevin Garnett, who quickly picks up on. Rondo has been red hot, as has Paul Pierce, who puts in the first score tonight.
At some point, you got to make the proper adjustment because this Celtic team has increased their defense. Pierce fading away, tough shot over. What do you guys think this game means?
Second quarter. Pierce with the triple. Boston is shooting 54%.
Long on the Pierce. Pierce steps into a three, and he's off to a good start tonight.
Didn't the coach just tell Seggs that he needed a three, Novak to loosen up? He got it.
And Paul Pierce will put in one, his third three-point shot tonight.
Boston tonight, Miami Friday. It's a long season, 82 games. But is this one a significant game? Is it that much bigger than your average game as Pierce knocks down a three?
Well, I think there's coming up for the Boston Celtics. Rondo and Davis. Smith is watching Pierce. Now they switch. Paul got it. Pierce, a terrific third quarter. 12 points in the third.
Paul Pierce. Pierce on the drive again, splits a couple of defenders and lays it in.
I tell you what, Paul Pierce is fired up to be playing this game tonight. Started off with the steal off the jump ball, looking to isolate and make plays that time.
Pierce, he is 7 of 13. That's a triple. He's got 29.
Pierce, nice, just patiently works his way to the basket, and Paul Pierce has 15.
Why do we give other people second chances, but we're not going to give the Salalosis of the world, as Pierce knocks it in, a second chance?
There's a price to pay, my friend.
Hello, Anthony, and that is a tough battle right there for anybody. Garnett, Pierce for three. Paul Pierce has been terrific tonight for the Boston Celtics. Sweet Stroke has just put in his 33rd. It's Paul Pierce who has all 10 of the Celtic points in this quarter. Paul defending. A little step back right there, clearing some space. You talk about the strength of Anthony. Paul Pierce has got
Rondo the steal. That was all his.
Pierce. And Pierce with a big finish. Great move by Paul.
I don't know how that's not a foul call.
As he had a pretty decent chance at that. Pierce on the kick out. And the guy that loves to wear the black hat, here at Paul Pierce.
So as you may be able to tell from the tape last night, Paul Pierce isn't messing around this year. With last night's epic 46-point performance, he now leads the league in scoring, and the Celtics are off to a perfect 10-0 start. If you can't tell by now, they recognize the very real threat the East presents. It's not only about title protection for the Knicks, but with the introduction of the Bulls, Raptors, and Sixers as elite teams, the Celtics may not even get another shot to defeat the Knicks if they aren't careful, yet alone another shot at the title they so desperately are hungry to obtain. But you can tell that this, along with their heartbreaking Game 6 loss in the Eastern Conference Finals, is fueling them to do something magnificent. Now on to a story that I personally find bizarre, but it's unfolding nonetheless. That's right, folks. The great Willis Reed is reportedly in serious talk with the Los Angeles Clippers to make the return to the NBA. The return some of us thought wasn't ever going to happen. And yes, you did hear that right, the Los Angeles Clippers. It was May 8th, 1970, and the Knicks and Lakers, ironically the final setup from last year, were in the final game of a heated 7-game series. In Game 5, Willis Reed had tripped over Wilt Chamberlain's foot, tearing a large muscle in his thigh. He was unable to play Game 6, and they were beaten as Wilt Chamberlain dominated. Before Game 7, his teammates told him that they needed at least one half of the game from him. As Walt Frazier recalled, if Willis wasn't going to play that game, they would have lost. However, the golden moment we all remember, Willis Reed running out onto the court. This was after taking a huge needle in different areas of his thigh to numb the pain of the tear. As Willis Reed recalls, he was more scared of the needle than the tear itself. The Lakers stopped their pregame shoot-around to watch in amazement as he trudged out onto the floor. Willis jokingly told Wilt that because of the injury, he wouldn't be able to go right, but even before the injury, he wasn't able to go right well anyways. Willis went on to totally harass Wilt Chamberlain on their way to capturing New York's first championship. So now, Willis is strangely looking to join the men he helped defeat that year. But if he's going to be a Clipper, we may as well go on and strip the Lakers of their Western Conference title and their dominance of this city. As for now, the Clippers are 7-3 sitting atop the Western Conference. Now that could change, but how would Willis Reed affect that? Well, he has a very deadly pump fake and a very deadly jump shot. With this skill, he will likely be used to spread the floor as Serge Ibaka isn't a trusted jump shooter right now. This will make them virtually unguardable, as West, Crawford, and Baylor will be on the perimeter. Meanwhile, the opposing defense will have no options to sag off on. On defense and rebounding is when the story really gets told. He and Wilt still will be an absolute nightmare. Wilt is already averaging 13 rebounds per game and 3 blocks per game, and that's monstrous considering the level of talent the big men have today. Throw in Willis Reed into that mix, who has a very physical style to play, and he normally averages around 14 rebounds. You're looking at a front line so massive and so powerful that it'll make McHale and Parrish look like little children. We're told at the moment he's only pending medical exams and working his way back onto the floor before he commits to the team. You've got to figure it's been a great deal of years since he's even thought about basketball at this level. But what brought him back so suddenly? Why the Clippers and not New York? Well, those are all questions we're still looking forward to the answers to. However, we do know that the Battle of LA just got a lot more interesting. William Felton Russell. Wilton Norman Chamberlain. I have to imagine you're in a pretty upbeat mood today.
Oh, I'm always in an upbeat mood. You know this, Bill.
No. You know what I'm talking about.
Hell, well, you sound every bit as excited as I do. And you're not even the one he's going to be playing with.
Well, yes. I think it's great for the Brotherhood, and great for the NBA as well. We're all going to show them something they've never even knew was possible. But how did you ever get him to choose LA over New York?
Oh, it was simple. I fed him everything about the Brotherhood and who we are, what we stand for, and I also reminded him how the Knicks treated Walt Frazier when he tried to go back last year. He didn't like that one bit.
Well, good work, Wilton. Just think about it. We're 10-0 on my end, obviously headed straight for the finals. You guys are the favorites to knock off the Lakers. It's likely going to be me and you in the finals again. And this time, everybody's going to see it.
Oh, yes. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Willis all but just punched our ticket to the finals. They think they saw something last year in the finals with the Knicks and Lakers. Just wait until they find out what we can do. Hell, I think once they see this, they're going to be digging up all the old tape they can find on us, you know what I mean?
Well, you got that right. I'll talk to you soon, old friend.
They will return the day when they are needed. Our gaze is shifted upwards to the sky.